Please rise. And now to honor America, please join in the singing of our national anthem. Representing the three-time Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils, Arlette.
I feel like I'm at a game. Oh my gosh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast, season 5.
That's it?
Episode
That's
5?
it? Come on. Come on.
What?
Give me a happy Devils Sunday. Let's go, Sam.
All right.
Come
I'll start
on.
over. Let's start
Let's
over.
go.
Time out.
Come on.
Happy Devils Sunday!
Woo!
This is the Let's Go Devils
Much
podcast,
better.
season 5, episode 5, titled Hughes' Fast Start Has Devils Fans Jacked. I'm your host,
Oh,
Sam
I see
Wu
what you
here.
did there. I see what you
Funny.
did
I
there
was
with
trying
the
to be
jack.
funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at you. Look at you.
Yeah. With Scotty, a Sirius XM liquid metal. Streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Scotty, hello, my friend.
Wow.
I'm so sorry for last Friday night.
What do you have to
We
be
lost
sorry
all of our
about?
cameras.
You don't have to be
I wanted
sorry.
to do post-game. I wanted to do
It-
post-game so badly.
It's always, like, what about Bob? Baby steps, baby steps. But how about a big thank you to Sam Wu and Shorts Guy and to everyone that came down to Taj right there outside the Rock to see at least the pregame. Right? At least the pregame. Until we had some technical difficulties there with the old cameras. We weren't planning on losing 3 cameras there, but next
Can I
time will be
explain
even
what
bigger
happened?
and better. Yeah,
Can I explain what
absolutely,
happened?
of course.
Yeah,
But thank you to
see,
everyone
this
that
is
came
what-
down. Thank you to
This
everybody.
is behind the scenes stuff here at the Let's Go Devils podcast. So I got to Taj around 12:30 p.m. because I wanted to be prepared for the big day. I knew something good was going to happen. Like, you knew that the Devils were going to win, right? So I had to have that. I wanted to win too. Outside the Prudential Center.
Outside.
I wanted
Okay.
I wanted a flawless live event. I wanted to make a good impression.
Flawless
The
victory.
owners of Taj Lounge 973 I wanted to yell into my microphone, which we had speakers outside of Taj Lounge 973, out in Edison Place, where there were a lot of Devils fans. We had TVs, monitors up. We had 4 cameras.
So wait a minute, Samuel. If you're telling me you go to the Taj, all right, and then all of a sudden you step outside on the street, you can still continue to watch the Let's Go Devils podcast pregame show.
And listen as well.
And listen.
Yes. Yes. That's the
pretty
type
impressive.
of service that we provide.
That's impressive. That's impressive. If I could cue up the Darth Vader impressive gif, I would right now.
So what happened was the first
Some of the cameras took a bit of a tumble.
Well, the first camera actually didn't. The first camera worked for 5 minutes and then it went blank. I'm like, oh, we got 3 others. But then we had one camera, I would say, up on the roof to get that sky view. And then we had 2 cameras on at the upper bar. No, not is it the upper bar? The bar up front at Taj. There's like 3 or 4 different bars, but the bar up front. The main camera took a tumble because there were so many people there and they're working so fast. The bartender accidentally tipped it over and it broke.
Now, here's my question.
On live air.
Is the bartender a Rangers fan? Is the bartender a Rangers fan? Because I think maybe then we might have a conspiracy, Sam Wu.
Conspiracy theories.
Is there conspiracy here that there's a possible Ranger fan working at the bar at Taj over there? Is that the conspiracy?
There has not been confirmation on that conspiracy.
No confirmation. Okay. We're just kidding if you can't tell, by the way.
Yeah. So then we still had at least the audio, but because the guy felt so bad, he tried to fix the problem, and I couldn't get over the bar to fix it, that he unplugged it without even realizing it. And then we lost our feed.
Why didn't you do one of those cool like action movie star like jump over the bar thing like kind of moves, you know, when you're in like the big shootout, you gotta like duck and run for cover, you can chop over the bar and get right there. Zombies are coming, get to the bar, reload your shotgun and then pop up, you know. So are you telling me if the zombie apocalypse came, I can't count on you to hop over a bar, Sam Wu? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just that lazy. So I took the lazy route. And I thought, okay, the camera that's going outside, I'll just swing it around. And as I swung it around quickly on the tripod, I ripped out the HDMI cable, and there's damage not only on the HDMI cable but on the camera itself. And the only camera we had was the roof.
Was on the roof. Yeah.
So instead of leaving Vinny Parisi, which he was beamed in Chicago, I just put the roof cam up and then just cut the shit.
That's Vinny. Don't call me Zach Parisi, right? Over there on the pregame show.
Yes. Game Day Live. Let's go Devils. Game Day Live.
Let's go Devils Game Day Live.
Yes.
And then at some point, we will do the post game. We'll have to come up with a catchy. I'll have to come up with a catchy, fun name.
Well, I like what you had before. We were thinking about doing it at 2 a.m.
Devils After Dark. Devils After Dark because I'm on the.
That, yeah.
I'm down with that. That works.
Devils After Dark with Scotty.
That's how it works on the West Coast. We're behind, you know. It's only
all right. So let's rebrand right now. Should we rebrand it instead of
Devils After Dark? I'm down with it. Do it.
Okay, Devils After Dark.
Someone else is gonna steal it if we don't do it. So yeah.
973 in
Newark. Yeah, hell yeah. It is After Dark. So yeah.
Okay, so we just rebrand. See, glad we didn't have it.
Say. Well, thank you to anyone and everyone who stopped by, who went to the game. Wow. What a great scene it was. I mean, just watching it, obviously, I'm here in Los Angeles, so I was watching. It was on NHL Network, actually. First game. Thank you, ESPN Plus. Not available. So luckily it was on the old NHL Network, and I pay for the extra cable sports thing on Sling, so I could get NHL and Red Zone. But yeah, what a game. Crowd was psyched going into it. And, we finally got our answers on a bunch of questions, Sam Wu. And I know you must have been very impressed with, well, actually, you were there, right? Did you see the intro? Did you see the intros and everything, or were you still cleaning up camera bits at that point?
I was repairing cameras.
Okay.
At that moment, but I was watching on the monitors.
Okay.
Lounge.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. All I got was like right when the puck was about to drop. They're like, "We're gonna go over to New Jersey now." I had old Rupper was on NHL Network, kind of. He was the analysis at that time, so I didn't get to see any of the new season intros or anything like that. So I was a little bummed about that. Game one, they always got everyone coming out and everything. So, but either way. These lines, we got some answers, Sam Wu, on some questions that every Devils fan was wondering. And oh boy, we should also have that gladiator gif ready. Are you not entertained? Because wow, what an entertaining game. They are a fun team to watch, and they're going to be a fun team to watch. But let's talk about the lines, okay? Right off the bat, we saw it. We were wondering, is Zacha going to move back to center? No, he did not. He stayed right there, and those top two lines, just as we left them last season when they were starting to pick up steam, stayed intact. Zacha, Nico, Bratt, Kuokkanen, Jackie Boy, and Sharon Govich. And now on your third line, look at that, Mr. Dawson Mercer. Where's our friend Ramona, who's been telling us on Facebook Live? And hello to everybody on Twitter and YouTube Live. Get your comments in about the game. We're basically doing like we're doing a post game Devils After Dark edition over here because we never got to talk about this. We never really got to talk about this game. That's why I said before we come on, Sam Wu's like, "Oh, it's just me and you tonight." I'm like, "Don't worry, I got plenty of notes about this game to talk about." Because it was amazing. But we got the answers about those lines. We were wondering, were they going to be split up? Was Holtz going to end up on the team? Was he going to be playing in place of Kuokkanen? What was going to happen? Where was Tatar? Was he going to be up there instead of Zacha or Bratt? How were they going to put that together? But we saw Mercer on the third line, Tatar there, and ready for my close-up. How lovely. And, of course, former Houston Texans wide receiver Andre Johnson on his left wing. And we got to say,
touchdown!
Text of the night went to Sam Wu after I think the third time Janssen had like the most, like high quality scoring chance. I think he had 3 or 4 of them in the game. He had that breakaway. I have him written down. Don't worry, we're going to go over him. But all of a sudden, when he finally buries Dawson Mercer's shot off the post, text of the night from Sam Wu, touchdown, Andre Johnson. Oh, man. I don't know how that ever happened or how that occurred, but it's just so funny over and over again. But that fourth line, Jimmy Vesey, Michael McLeod, and Studenich. I think we were pronouncing that wrong last year. We were saying Studenik. So I believe it's Studenich, if I am to believe the great Steve Cangelosi, who was calling it on air. So we got our answers right there. And then we were wondering what was going to happen on defense. Everybody was thinking, you're going to split Graves up and Dougie, have them as, pairing 1, pairing 2, but no. With Severson out right now, with Ty Smith out right now, we got that dynamic duo up front there with Dougie Hamilton and Ryan Graves. And when I heard that, being announced or actually, saw it scrolling there, or no, I heard them talking. Dougie and Ryan Graves. I'm trying to think, how did I find out that they were doing? Yeah, because it was scrolling right there, and they were talking about Graves and Dougie starting out together, I was like, this combo is going to play the entire game. They're going to play the entire game almost, and I was so happy about that because you know what, Dougie, yeah, I hope you're ready to play because you're going to be playing big minutes. This is what we're paying you big money for. Go out there and shine. And wouldn't you know it, record-setting, Sam Wu, record-setting, 17 seconds into the game, Dougie Hamilton puts it home for his first goal as a Devil, set up brilliantly by the two of the wingers that we were wondering about. Bratwurst. I'm hungry over here. Brat. What am I talking about? Brat and Zaka. And Pavel made a sweet little spin-a-rooney move there and the pass over. And I don't know if anyone caught it or not, but Dougie, he scored, wicked shot over there up in the top corner. But I don't know if you noticed who was already standing in front of the net. Oh, it was number 13, Nico Hischier. He was already there, right where he was supposed to be, in the tough, grind-him-out positions, letting Jesper and Pavel work their magic. And look at that. Dougie, first shift, 17 seconds into the game, scores a big goal, and holy hell, did that place explode. At least that's the way it looked and sounded on TV. Like, everyone was ready for the cork to pop. It sure came across that way. It sure came across that way on when I was watching on TV. Fans were into it, but you could feel it though. You could feel it, and he scored, and it was just party time. That's the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me because you were on the West Coast. Let me tell you that what the atmosphere was outside. It felt like a playoff game, and we haven't had too many of that in the last 10 years. Here's the reason why. It was 83 degrees Fahrenheit, because I know we have international fans on this podcast from India, Australia, Canada.
You can't convert that to Celsius for them? Jeez, Sam.
It was pretty hot. I don't know. What is it, 27 Celsius? I don't know. So
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I did live in Australia for a while, but I forgot the conversion thing. Yeah. It's somewhere around there, though.
Yeah. So I was in shorts. Obviously, shorts guy is always in shorts, but it felt like that May, June weather in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And it was beautiful skies, blue skies, wind coming out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. I mean, had a slight breeze to it. People were drinking outside. It was just an electric atmosphere. I felt like we were in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Blackhawks for that for a moment there. It was packed. Everyone was wearing reds, mixing in with some Blackhawks fans wearing their jerseys. It was just red all around. And there was not a seat open where I was. I was sitting in section 7. It was 7. I forgot what section. Section 9.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. Okay, excuse me. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Could you pass over the Great Coupon?
Is that where all the high scorers sit in section 9 over there? Number 9s? Is that what's going on over there?
Yeah, I mean, there's CEOs, there's CFOs, there's chief marketing officer, and there's an executive producer of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Yeah.
All makes sense in my head.
Yeah.
But you could definitely sense that electricity. I think that's a great way to describe it. That was in the crowd, and, Dougie scoring, man. That place just, whoo, and we'll get to it a little later, when the Blackhawks started to turn the game around. I know what everyone started thinking, because I started thinking the same thing. That Winnipeg Jets game where we were winning, for it. And I was like, oh, no. Tied up. Oh, my. No, here we go. Overtime.
You know where I was that night at 4-0?
We'll get there. Can I just
tell you? When it was 4-0 that night, I started talking to Erica Wachter, and then it was 4-1, and then it was 4-2, and then once it was 4-3, it was like, okay, Erica, gotta go. Yeah, and that did cross my mind, by the way.
We got to give a shout to Nate Milbank over here. We do. We need to, every time former wide receiver Andre Johnson, also known as Andres Janssen, scores a goal, and we should just say touchdown from now on. Like that should be the norm, that he just gets a touchdown call.
You know what? Anytime he gets a penalty, I'm going to throw a yellow flag out.
Yellow flag, yeah.
If he gets a goal called back, I'll throw a challenge flag out.
A challenge flag. Someone's got to call against him. It's a pass interference at all times. It's just pass interference. But we had some other. We've talked endlessly also. About that start there, but the other combinations we had would Jaros, right? Yeah, I thought we were calling him Jaros last year, but Jaros. And Siegenthaler, Colton White on there, who, we know he played well. We know he's not going to be around for, a long time. Hopefully not, because I know much to Sam Wu's, dismay, Damon Severson will be back in that lineup. There will be another opportunity for a butt puck to happen this season. We hope it doesn't. But we know when Damon comes back. We know when Ty Smith comes back. Colton White's probably, going to be one of the guys sent back down. Jaros and Siegenthaler probably stick around in that, number 6, 7 kind of spot over there. With PK, who looked good in that other defensive pairing. He had a couple bobbles here and there, looked like, but overall, him flying in there to the points on the power play and, kind of just rifling up. Every time you put this close up on me, I'm just like, I start looking at myself and then I'm just like, what am I talking? Oh, I'm the one talking. I have to keep talking.
I'll tell you, I sometimes I need to sneeze, so I just take myself off the
camera. No, that's fine.
And then and then it doesn't happen. It's like, anyway.
But yeah, McLeod had a good pass out of the corner. PK had a nice setup for Janssen in the first period, which he did not bury. He had like 2 or 3 really, really good chances that he couldn't bury, and then he finally did, of course, in the third, I believe. But wow, Jimmy Vesey, Michael McLeod looked very good together. I was wondering your opinion on that matter, Sam Wu. I know all of us Devils fans were a little bummed to see Nathan Bastian go, knowing, we know he's not going to be some big-time goal scorer or anything like that, but he brought some grit. He played the game hard, and him and McLeod, had really good chemistry down there on the fourth line. But Jimmy Vesey, I know it's only one game, of course, and obviously we're talking in one-game standards here, but, they looked good, coming out there playing together. What do you think?
McLeod almost scored on a deflection in the game. I was in that, rich people section, and I got a clear view.
Oh, did you catch the puck? Did it land in your lap magically, like on a pillow that they give you to sit down there? Is that what happened?
No, well, there's a net. There's a net in front, nowadays. So they basically, my butler got the puck and then gift wrapped for me, and I got it after the game.
Naturally, okay.
Yeah,
he took it in the eye, and then he gives it. Yeah, okay. That seems like okay. All right, I like that.
Here's some observations because Mikey McLeod, VC hustles. He's hustling. And there were times where I thought he may have been hustling a little too much, like overcommitting on the forecheck. But you know what? That's okay. I like effort. Mm-hmm. But he's fine. I'm just saying that, I think he was a little pumped up for opening night, as he should be, making the team and the 1-year contract. Also, I was watching Brad. behind the plays, that guy is a little chippy now. And it's something you observed last season. And then, in a press conference, he did say that, he wants to take more of a leadership role. And he has developed into this kind of a pest a little bit. I'm watching stuff behind, the puck, Jack Hughes and, all these guys are, highly skilled, but I was just focusing on Bratt and what he's doing. He's annoying other players. And I want people to watch his game a little bit. He's very subtle about it. There's nothing blatant what he's doing, but he's annoying because he's fast, he's skilled, and he's hustling. And then the little chippiness behind the plays that the refs aren't catching. So
I got to tell you, Samu, I was very, very excited, and I loved seeing the Devils fans' reactions when Captain Nico got taken down by Jonathan Toews. Nico was kind of already going down. It looked a little worse than it did in real time, I think. It was definitely nowhere near what Landeskog did in Colorado, where what's-his-name was on his knee, It tell you the truth, if you watch the replay of the Toews-Nico hit, Toews is really lucky that Nico's skate didn't clip him in the forehead, because Nico was kind of already going down when they met, he was kind of tripping, and he goes, but his 1 foot kicks up really high, and Toews kind of goes forward a little bit. It was really scary on the replay, actually, when you saw how close it really came. But lo and behold, the Iceman going in there to help out Maverick over there. Nico getting taken down. Jesper Bratt wasting no time, going in and wrapping up Jonathan Toews. Weak calls, by the way. There was no need for roughing calls right there. They didn't throw any punches or anything like that. Just kind of went in, grabbed him by the shoulders, and kind of just bear hugged him. I'm all about that. I'm all about Jesper Bratt being, tough guy. I like it.
I like it a lot. Also, I should have loaded this into the video switcher, but I have a picture here from my seats that I think you ought to see. I'll put it on the live video feed, and I was very happy about this. Somebody's messing around with Bernier and the NFZ.
Yeah.
No fun zone and pushing. You can't be pushed around right now. Be pushed around right now. And I will say this again, because I said this on the Blue Report on Saturday. I want to say this. Credit Tom Fitzgerald for beefing up that defense. You have Severson and Ty Smith out. Beef in. No problems. And that's called depth. And I like that. I was watching Colton White. I was watching Siegenthaler.
That's not even any of our top prospects, by the way, Sam.
Yeah.
That's just our depth.
Yeah.
That's just our depth.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I was a little disappointed in PK's play, but that will come. It'll come.
He missed one game. Oh, he missed one pass at the point. I was just like, oh, PK. Oh, it was. If he would have got that, been able to rifle it in. But I think one thing that was very apparent is not having Ty Smith on the point. Just in general on the power play, but just in general, that shot just has. We talked about it endlessly last season. So, too many intern stuff and everything. Oh man, last season about his shot, just having the knack of finding its way through to the goalie.
Yes,
and I think when he comes back, it's going to be big having him there on that power play. But Dougie. Woo! Ryan Graves, that 1-2 combo standing there, and those boys are hungry. They want to play. Dougie just got that big contract. He wants to go out there and prove that he is the best defenseman in the league, okay? Because he can totally be. We can have that's another Norris Trophy candidate right there. And Ryan Graves, that guy is going to bring so much punch and just like you said, NFZ, get away from my goalie, clear the puck, get it out.
Yeah, and Jonathan Bernier in net.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 1A, 1B. I thought he played pretty well. I mean, a couple goals that he gave up, it's nothing he could have done. Nothing he could have done. They were all man-down situations.
I thought he played very well. He had a couple scramble situations that were definitely fun to watch, a couple replays of. But I do want to say a couple things. When we're moving into the second period, it was great to see Pavel Zacha shoot first. He hasn't lost that shoot first mentality. He let that shot go a couple times, and every time he did, I was just, he didn't score, but it just keep shooting, Pavel. Just keep shooting to the net. Like you got a wicked shot. Keep thinking shoot first, and those pucks are going to go in for him. One thing I wasn't a fan of though was the old power play, which looked a little confused there at times, and we get it, first game, but it looked really reminiscent of the power play from last year, which also looked very confused all the time, and sometimes we kind of wished, I remember there were games where we were like, can we just not take the power play and just keep them playing 5-on-5? Because we play much better 5-on-5 than we do actually on the power play. So, you never want to get too out of hand over one game, of course, but that was the one thing where I was just like, PK, okay, he's going to get into form. I didn't think his game was atrocious, but there were a couple things where you were like, oh, PK, but he's going to take some chances. If he's on those lower lines, that lower pairing, he shouldn't be having, as top offensive threats playing against him, I think he'll be fine down there, especially once Damon and Ty comes back and he gets pushed down to that third pairing. I think he's going to be fine down there. I think he's going to be more productive because he's not going to have to play as many minutes. And when he gets out there, he's going to be really fresh. But either way, power play was a little alarming. And that is also, where I think old Ty Smith, will come in handy. But the Devils did make a good breakout there. Of course, former wide receiver Andre Johnson was unable to score a touchdown on a 2-on-1 with, I think, was it Ryan Graves or was it Dougie? I can't remember. He had a 2-on-1 with, and he couldn't bury it home. Fleury in net for the Hawks. Marc-Andre Fleury's always going to play well. So, but Jimmy VC, Mikey McLeod had a great opportunity there in that second period. And then, oh boy, that flow is flowing. Jackie boy styling and profiling, picking the puck and making some magic happen with goal number 1 there in the second period. And let me tell you, that place again exploded, but I know everyone really, really was hoping something like that would happen for Jackie boy. That first game, just get it out of the way. First goal, done. Keep it continuing like you were doing last year. I mean, he looks like a man out there now as compared, when he first started 2 years ago, when he was still growing. I mean, he's still growing now, but he looks a lot more comfortable skating in between those alleys, picking the puck, working his way through, and you can see the Blackhawks backing off. I mean, Seth Jones, no slouch out there in their first line pairing. But wow, Jackie boy making that magic happen, and we're going to see that a lot. We're going to see him and Nico as well. They're going to be able to just pick that puck from people. Jesper Bratt is good at it as well. It's going to be something really big that I think the Devils are going to be very dangerous with. But I think it was a Kuokkanen or Sharangovich also got a good chance as well. I can't remember now in the second period.
I think it was Sharangovich.
I think it was Sharangovich. But wow, great goal by Jackie Boy Hughes. That flow, Samu. That flow.
The confidence. The confidence the kid has.
And then, when we made our way into the third period, of course, that's when everyone started getting a little bit, what's going on? The Blackhawks catching up. We had this big lead. Where have I seen this before? Because everyone was really excited. Remember when our old friend Pickles scored that famous goal where he was kind of diving and he one-handed shoveled it? Oh, wow. Look at the Devils. We're going to be something this year. And, was history starting to repeat each other? Because we just had Dawson Mercer, plunk one off the pipe. And then the touchdown happened from former wide receiver Andre Johnson after, 3 very near goals. He buried one. But the Blackhawks came back. They came back and they tied it and they forced overtime. And I was a little, although I kind of expected it, I was a little disappointed to see them kind of fall back when they had it. I mean, they had a 6-on-4. You can see they were ready to just play defense instead of stopping play. They kind of stopped playing offense sort of deal. And I get it. Yeah. I get it. The 6-on-4. But once the power play ended for them and they were just doing straight 6-on-4 there in that last minute, I was almost kind of expecting the Blackhawks to score and tie it up. And I started getting really, really nervous and having a lot of flashbacks to that Winnipeg game, just being like, oh no, like that would be hard. We just had Jack score. Dawson gets his first assist. We've had a good game from Dougie Hamilton right off the bat, big signing, paying dividends. Everything was pointing in the right direction again. And then the Blackhawks come back and tie, who, by the way, they're going to be a tough team to deal with this year. Now that Taze is back on the team, Fleury and net, I mean, Patty Kane is Patty Kane, They're going to be a tough team. Taze provides a lot for them. Just getting him back in the lineup, they're going to be a tough team again this year. But you see it tied up, and I don't know, Sam, am I the only one that was having like the nightmare flashbacks to
No,
Winnipeg?
I was having it too. I was in Mr. Negativity mode.
You were in Mr. Negative.
I was so negative. I'm like, freaking my luck.
They're gonna blow it. It's like they always do. They're gonna friggin' blow it.
The one time I have the rich people section, they're gonna blow it right in front of me. The one time they serve lobsters here, they're gonna blow it.
Yeah. Someone call my butler now.
Yeah.
Your butler's actually Beer Baron. He comes down with like a little napkin over his wrist and everything like that.
No. We don't have a butler on the Let's Go Devils podcast. It's Melissa. Remember, Melissa, give me a power play goal.
All right.
And then she does it. She's out of commission right now. I hope we want to wish her get well soon. She had surgery on her knee. And
okay.
Yep. Melissa,
well,
Melissa, the producer.
Let's get well soon. Yes.
Yep.
And the Devils got well by form of Jackie Boy Hughes once again. In the overtime period, Sam Wu, I jumped off my couch because I was so nervous that the Blackhawks were going to come back and sneak the 2 points from us, and we were only going to get that OTL, the overtime loss. And then Jackie Boy comes right down the center of the rink with Ryan Graves, and he just waited, and it looked like a move that someone with maybe like 10 years experience would be putting on, He just waited, did a little fancy deke and do. Don't forget Patty Kane and Fleury, right? I mean, they've seen a lot in their day, Ryan Graves being the perfect screen right there. And that backhand going in, I jumped off my couch and I literally just yelled, yes, and I made a big fist pump. And then I saw the Selly of the year from the first day of the season. Jackie Boy Hughes setting the standard for hockey celebrations. All right, that is forever known as what are we going to call it? The Jack, the Hughes, whatever it is. Anyone else who tosses a stick like that, it will be after Jack Hughes, the great and wonderful and powerful Jack Hughes.
And I hope whoever got that stick is going to keep it in the family forever and not put it on eBay like a 2003 Stanley Cup ring.
What? Where'd that come from?
I thought it was a joke at first, but I looked at the seller's reviews. I'm like 35,000, great reviews. I'm like, is this legit? Yeah, I have to investigate that a little bit more.
Well, nothing we don't have to investigate is Jack Hughes winning that game and just throwing the rock into a frenzy. But you know what? And that's the thing. That's a young superstar starting to make his mark. And it was just a little thing with tossing his stick over the glass. But that play and that moment is going to be something that Devils fans never forget. That goal meant so much. Not only was it, not only were the fans, I know I was, having those nightmares and those flashbacks and having that, here we go again. We've been talking about these prospects. It's the guy that we've been banking just about everything on coming through and making the play and making a statement. In my mind, I'm here. I'm on the scene. I've arrived. We're gonna start rocking and rolling now. I think Jackie Boy feels comfortable. He showed it, and I cannot wait for Tuesday night when they play again. And Jack Hughes. That's Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, baby.
If you want to talk analytics, he's on pace for a 164-point season. At least.
At least.
Dawson Mercer, 82-point season for a rookie. It's not bad.
I'm figuring, at least like a 200-point season this year for Jack Hughes. I think he could do it. By the way,
smiling right now. We're smiling right now. This is great.
Oh, it's fantastic because we saw so much of what we've been talking about. These prospects, this rebuild. Be patient. Stop thinking of these like crazy trades. We don't need them. We have the goods right here in our own system. And I think, it's only one game. We know that. It's only one game. And Jack Hughes talked about it after, how good it was to hear the fans and everything. I can't tell you, Jack, how good it was for the fans that you scored and you wrapped that game up and you didn't let the Blackhawks come in and sneak those 2 points. Yeah, everyone was happy to be back there in the stands and blah, blah, blah. But, that OTL, it would have been a little bittersweet. What really made it was you, Jack Hughes, because you're our number one pick. You're the guy that we're banking all this offense on and that we're really building the team around. And you know what? You came through. You came through in a big way.
Yeah, and Ryan Graves, that acquisition.
Woo! Oh yeah, that defense, like you were saying, no fun zone, baby, no fun zone. When 33 is around, look out.
Yeah, and they were having fun in the fun zone on the other side of the ice.
Yes. But also, the great thing, though, is with Ryan up there on that top pairing, I mean, that's just an incredible, knockout punch there right on the top. But Dougie and Ryan are going to be able to play huge minutes. And with Dougie's offensive prowess, putting Ryan back there, it's a great combination to have it. The whole offseason, I was always imagining that they would split them up, that they wouldn't put them as a pair. Maybe they will once Damon and Ty comes back. Maybe they will then. But it just, in my head, I always had them split up. And now just seeing that dynamic of them together, it's just like, whoa.
Even
we got two guys
getting pumped.
Winston is getting pumped. I mean, but how can you not? We've been talking about this for so long. These prospects coming through, and we stay patient, stay the course. Look at what Tom Fitzgerald's done. Look what Fitzy's done, and that was just game one. But we have every right to be excited and pumped up for the season. We're not going to win them all, okay? We're not going to win them all, of course. We're going to go through some rough stretches, too, where these guys have to figure out how to come out of little slumps and stuff like that. It's going to happen, But I think really, you're going to start seeing some of those results starting to come.
Yeah, looking at the YouTube Live, there's a lot of comments.
Who do we got?
John
I just dropped my phone.
Borkowski, Buffalo 2-0, Islanders 0-2. I know it's early, but that is pretty hilarious. Let's see what's here. Too many new people on the power play, says Damien. Yeah. And let's talk about the Utica Comets. You hear what happened today? 6-2
can you
victory.
fill me in? Oh, really?
6-2 victory, yeah. Getting my notes on that right now.
You mean
Alexander
looking it up on
Holtz.
your AHL app? Is that what you're doing right now?
Pretty much. As my iPhone only has 1% left. The Comets defeat the Americans 6-2 in front of a sold-out crowd on opening night. I'll read the press release. A new era has begun at the Adirondack Bank Center with the Utica Comets taking down the Rochester Americans by a final score of 6-2 in their inaugural game of the 2021-22 campaign. After an early penalty kill by Americans forward Jack Quinn started the scoring, netting Rochester's first goal of the season. Who cares? Utica answered that goal less than 3 minutes later with Nikita, pronounce that last name, Ahoytuk? I don't know.
Ahoytuk.
Tying the score on a shot from the blue line that found its way past the Rochester goalie. Oh, this is what I do on postgame, or now Devils After Dark, or whatever we call it. I don't acknowledge.
I like this.
I
like this Devils Utica. I like the Utica logo over there. I never saw that with the U with the green too. Yeah. I like it. Not bad.
Alexander Holtz, he's a scoring machine. He scored one, but 2 goals. 2 goals.
2 goals
in his debut. So this is great. Great for the farm. Great for the pipeline. Arne Talavidi scored as well. My fellow Penn State buddy. I don't know.
I'm trying to find a box score over here. I can't find a box score.
Who needs a box score when you got the Let's Go Devils podcast?
And am I the only one that every time you hear Jack Quinn, you start thinking Jack Hughes or Quinn Hughes? But you're like, wait, no, that's just their. I immediately think, is there another brother? I'm like, no, that's just their names together. I don't know why I'm such a dummy with that. But wow. Look at what we've been talking about, and all this stuff is, maybe starting to finally, happen. Dare we say? Happen?
Yeah.
We never know how it's going to turn out, of course. We never know how it turns out, but these are a lot of the guys that we have been waiting to come through our system, and it's starting to happen. And we're starting to see the guys that came up maybe a little too early but they were just kind of forcing that lineup. Zaka from an early age, Jack Hughes from an early age. We're seeing them really figure out their game and playing what I think up to maybe some of our fan, exceeding expectations that we have for some of these players, but, really starting to show what they can do out there. And I am just so excited about this team. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for Tuesday night.
I'm excited for Tuesday night. I'll be down there at Taj Lounge 97.3 for Game Day Live. And then afterwards, Devils After Dark. Scotty and I will be. Yeah. And, people are walking by Taj Lounge 97.3. They'll see the TVs. They'll see us. And we'll be talking Devils hockey at the bar. And we got some big things happening with Taj Lounge 973. Scotty, I texted the group text. I don't want to reveal it right now, but what's your opinion? Good things are happening with us at Taj Lounge 973 in the future.
I think very, very good things are happening. We got some really cool ideas that we're going to installed into the Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. We'll have to wait until the Pac-12 calls and sues us for taking the After Dark thing. We got something called the Pac-12 games because 8 o'clock out here is 11 o'clock. Those 8 o'clock start. Sometimes we get some college football like the UCLA or USC will play at like an 8 o'clock start time, and that's 11. So we'll see how long we could go for it. But then we'll come up with another name that probably something related to like Van Halen or Black Sabbath or something like that.
Would they really go after us for that? After Dark?
I don't think so. It's
Devils
but
After
anyway,
Dark.
Devils After Dark, not Pac-12 After Dark, but either way. Yeah. It was, what the hell were we talking about? Oh, yeah. we got some fun ideas.
Taj.
Yeah, we got some fun ideas for everyone. And actually, I want to talk to you about that after the show, but we're going to let you kind of get your voice heard a little bit more.
Let's go Devils after show.
Let's go Devils after show.
We should have that. We should have that. And then we, you have to be 21 or older to listen in to our conversation.
But it should be a lot of fun, the things that we're coming up with, and we want to get, you, the listeners, involved more and having fun on game day. Obviously you're not going to every game, but if you know that we're going to be down there on a game day that you're going, or if you just want to come hang and you're not even going to the game, that's just kind of the fun Devils family type of atmosphere that we're trying to accomplish here and create. So all the help in that, we always appreciate. But very cool things are on the way.
A lot of fans came out. A lot of them said hello, but I do have to say something here. If you notice behind me on the video feed, there's an on-air light. I actually went on Amazon and bought this on-air light. Not for decorations, but when you do these live broadcasts on locations, I've had it in the past couple years as I'm setting up and we're actually live, people actually come up to me and start talking to me, and we're actually like on live air. It's like, hey, we're on air right now. So
well, now you're just giving away the secret. You're giving away the secret that you just have a fake on-air sign behind you. So they're going to be like, well, that's always on.
No, it actually lights up.
On air or not.
It actually lights up. You can't really see it on the camera, but hold on a sec. It actually lights up. Let me try to turn it on here.
Yeah, it lights up.
Yeah.
Not really,
see,
but you know.
But you can't really see it, but
yeah,
it does light up. Now. Yeah, it's
it looks like one of those Men in Black type of things. Trying to erase my mind or something. Anyone else on the who else? Anyone else on the YouTube or the Twitter or let's go over. I can go over here to the old Facebook. See what everyone.
Well, Getty27 says that Holtz means business. Oh no, I'm sorry, John Perkowski. Holtz showing the front office. He means business. Love to see it.
Mike Rossi scared the bejesus out of his wife apparently with a giant woo when Jack Hughes scored, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
Michael Hay apparently had 200 beers that night, so okay, very nice.
Well, Lil Fireboy 87 on YouTube Live. Ryan also got +4, only once as well. In his career.
Gary DeFrancesca, Utica looked great today. Am I saying he's a Jasper Bratt? I don't know how.
You know
I
what?
keep saying it. I keep saying his name wrong. Apparently,
we need to change the menu up at Taj Lounge 973. We should have some, bratwurst.
Oh, is Nate the one who sent the cookies?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just scrolled up. I hope you enjoyed the cookies. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Because Devil's After Dark, when you're going home on the ride home, you get a little hungry. And as you can tell by my figure, I do get a little bit hungry sometimes at night. Had a few cookies. I said, you know what? Dieting, that can start tomorrow. I'm hungry. And thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to have one of those special cookies in a little while. And then I'm going to go see Primus at the Greek. True story. See, that's West Coast. It's only 7:00. Show's just starting now. I'm going to be out to go see Primus.
Yeah.
Anyone out?
Absolutely.
Hey, anyone out there get to see the show? It came through Jersey at the old Art Center about a month ago, I think. It's Primus. They're doing the entire Rush album of Farewell to Kings. They were going to do it after Neil Peart passed away, and then it got canceled, postponed, with all the lockdowns and everything, but they're finally coming around to do it. I'm psyched. I can't wait to go over and see it. It's going to be awesome. Love me some Primus.
Chris B says Ryan Graves can skate for his size. He ate up 25 minutes as well. He's a great, much-needed addition to the defense. Absolutely. I actually texted his dad during the game and sent him a couple pictures. He'll be coming down in November. Once the border thing gets straightened out, he's coming down to New Jersey. We'll have him on the pregame show as well. And then maybe postgame.
Very cool.
I said, Ron, if you're coming down, we're rolling out a red carpet. You just got to let us know when. And we'll have you at Taj Lounge 973. It's on us. It's on us, Ron, if you're listening or watching right now. Ryan Graves' dad is, yeah. And he was the one that told me, and I forgot. He was drafted at the Prudential Center. Remember, they did the whole draft in one day.
Mm-hmm.
They did the whole draft in one day, and there's fond memories there. And got shipped off.
Hello, Corey.
Yeah, remember that?
Big splash. Big splash.
You want to hear this, and everyone's still booing Bettman. Boo! I think you want to hear this. Boo! You suck.
Oh man! By the way, what is our goal song now? I couldn't even. What did they change it to now?
No, it's still Glasslight Anthem, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it changed. I thought it sounded different.
You know what? No, you know what sounded different? The Devils are actually scoring.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, for years it was always there. Just
someone's got jokes tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Joe Tolentino. His NHL regular season debut as the Devils PA announcer. He won the job, and I see some comments online that I don't like. I don't like negativity. All I have to say is we should support Joe, and we're 2-0 as him as PA announcer. 7-1 victory over the Rangers in preseason and opening night. 2-0. 2-0.
Okay, I'll give you the Rangers preseason. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, 7-1 over the Rangers. I mean, Look, I rather be lucky and have that streak, But hey, 2-0, and if he finishes 5-0, after this homestand, or 4-0, then there's something to talk about.
All right. Well, are you ready for your final thought, Samu?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you go first? I'm still thinking.
Well, my final thought is we're going to see some new history the next game we play, because it will be the old Seattle Kraken coming to town for the very first time ever. Some sweet unis over there on the old Seattle Kraken. Like what I saw there. I think they were on the TNT game, which, by the way, good job, TNT. I like seeing Gretzky on there. Any more Charles Barkley is always good. And I don't know if you saw this, Samu, but on TNT, I don't know, everyone on Twitter and YouTube, what did you think of they had that little power play clock on the ice in the center? So it was basically just a little, graphic, but it was the clock. Instead of it having it in, where the score is, they actually just have another little circle on the ice with the penalty time counting down. I'd like that a lot, because you didn't have to keep hockey moves fast. You take your eye off that puck for a second, where'd it go? So I thought that was a nice little piece of innovation as someone in broadcasting. Cool little thing that they did. So good job, NHL on TNT.
Should I make a clock for our podcast?
No. People will be like, please end this now. When's it going to end? 10 more minutes? Oh!
Well,
unless we have
I'll tell you.
Buzzer countdowns. 5, 4, 3, 2. Brr.
You know what? I have to admit, I didn't have really any final thoughts, but thank you, John Borkowski, because he says, any predictions for Tuesday? I know it's hard to say with them being a new franchise, but would love to hear your thoughts. So I'll tell you what I'm going to predict. But
they got a tough goalie. So that's going to be the thing. I think that'll be a good challenge for the Devils. Can they crack another Kraken? Didn't even mean to do that. But can they get, their defense is pretty stacked over there. Hey, we're going to see our old friend Adam Larson, by the way.
Yeah.
So their defense is pretty good, but they don't have on paper, they don't have a lot of firepower offensive side. So, can the Devils, how will they work? They're obviously going to be an offensive first team, moving forward. So can they break that defense and do it against a top-tier goaltender?
Yeah. My prediction, the winning streak continues, and they're gonna go 2-0. I think what Jack Hughes did, the Devils have a little confidence, just a little bit of swagger, but they're still humbled and grounded. There's still lots of work to do. The penalty kill needs work. They got to get that together, but
special teams, yeah,
and you got to pad the points on now. They're basically starting the season at home for the month of October. Get your 2 points now.
Yeah.
Don't, and luckily Chicago was in the other conference because it wasn't really a solid 2 points. It wasn't in regulation. You got to get those solid 2 points early on, because those points are going to be very valuable for that last playoff spot potentially for these New Jersey Devils.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take these games for granted. And right now, Jackie boy, it would be a lot different had they lost opening night.
Yes.
And you got to continue that momentum and get on a streak. And I think the Devils will over the Kraken Tuesday night. And we'll talk about it Tuesday for Game Day Live. Vinny Parisi and I will be there. You never know who may stop by. Chico may stop by. Anybody can stop by. Pete Canarosi sometimes stop by. When we do these things, you never know. You never know. Taj Lounge 97.3 across the street from Prudential Center, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then Devils After Dark. We'll talk about a little bit more about that on the rebrand, as we were actually having our production meeting over the podcast. That's how we roll.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. All the predictions coming in. And also, tomorrow I'll tweet out. Usually I get there early at Taj Lounge 97.3. What kind of music do you want me? What kind of songs do you want me playing?
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't give it away yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry about
Jeez,
that.
Samuel. Jeez.
And Ray, if you're watching right now, I'll email you your prize that you won about a year and a half ago.
Oh, you never sent it to him?
It's a long story, all right? I'll tell it after I drop it off. He actually gave me the address to his house to drop it off because I'm that bad. And I was like, okay, all right. I will suck it up, and I'll drive there, and I'll drop it off. I'll take a picture, too, and just so there's evidence. And then I'll ring the Ring doorbell, and then I'll get back to the car and drive away.
All right.
Yeah. All righty. Dropping the podcast at midnight. Hope your commute is a safe one. 10-2 on the wheel. Till next time, let's go Devils.